Hey guys, and welcome to another technical analysis. Today we are Friday, 11 March, and we're going to see what the markets will bring in the future. I'm Ina from InfoCrypt. Make sure you like, subscribe to this channel, you like this video, and save this video for later because this could be very, very interesting in your view on the markets. So I'm going to show you what the graphs are doing today and what my insights may be. So you guys know I love to start with Bitcoin and that I love a wide overview. So let's start with the weekly chart of Bitcoin. So what we see here is a pattern. So we were having a pattern last time I did a technical analysis. We were still in this frame of market setting. Right now we are in a low of the markets, just like we saw after May. So it is very, very important to watch out that this cycle we had here is happening here again. So this is very, very exciting. It is so exciting to know what the market is going to do, because when you see what the market is going to do, it's going to be in your favor. So what is happening right now? We had a pair of candles, just like we saw after the drop in May, with long wicks. And the candle of last week was one and very particularly. So this was a very long wick and a small green body just on the support of 37,500. Lots of people saying that this could be like a form of a hammer or like a doji. For the moment, we are already in a low position. So we are looking at, it may be that the market drops further, but it looks like the market holds strong. We already went down a lot. So I would be surprised if from this point we went down even more. It could be possible, but I think if we would go down, we would go first pull up until we hit the 49K and then go down again. But I think in general, we are looking at a bullish pattern, some bullish moves. Right now on the weekly candle, you can see how the market is reacting exactly. We can see that we have a kind of triangle pattern. It is not perfect on the weekly chart, but it is there. You can see that we have a nice consolidation between 35 and the 44. Okay, so price sets within those ranges. Why? Who decides the price? The ask and the demand, not of us, the people, but of the higher institutions. They just twitch the buttons wherever they want price to go. And right now they are filling all the gaps. So make sure you stay focused these coming days, because huge moves are coming after a consolidation. And this is a beautiful consolidation. So let's look a little bit deeper on a daily candle or a daily charts. So I always have my Bollinger Bands on. It can be a little bit distracting for people, so I'm just going to put it off. So here you see like the channel we are in. These lines are not that accurate on a daily basis because we're going over this line, although this line is used as support and resistance multiple times. So it's beautiful to look at. So 3 days ago, we broke out of a very low situation and we had a massive bullish candle, just like we had here and here. But right away, the candle reacted very bearish. The cool thing is that we didn't overlap the previous candle and that we did we made a huge wick. Well, today we have a spinning top. So we have an indecisive candle, which can lead to like a lot of volume because this is pure consolidation. So let's see what today will bring. How the candle will close, because it's still 10 hours before the candle closes. But there is a lot of bullish hope because of this candle didn't cross the previous candle. And this is a rather bullish candle, although still 10 hours and 20 minutes before it closes. So it can be very, it can go very dramatic. That's the market, always being dramatic. Market is maybe a girl. Okay, so let's look at the 4-hour chart. The things we saw on the daily chart are now wider, more visualizable. visible. I don't know how to say it. Visible. It's more visible. And we see that we are here always pointing to this trend line. So this trend line is rather important because the market's always going around that zone. We see we are touching now against the moving average 50. The moving average 200 is rather close. So we will have to check if this candle will keep this high. Still 2 hours and 19 minutes. We see that we have a beautiful pattern. We will have to wait until we break out above the 45. 45 will be so important. Once we cross the 45 and we bounce to make a support, then if we do this, bounce to make a support here, then we are above this and this level. See? And we are above it and we can go on further. That's going to be very important. Rather than that, there's not much more to say. The weekly candle is looking very pretty. We see that we make it. We see that we made a higher low. So this low is higher than the previous low. So we touched at 30K. Now we touched at 35K. That's good. So we can chill. We can still relax. Don't worry. The thing that is happening the most is that when Bitcoin moves a little bit down, that the other altcoins are getting dragged with it. So let's take a look at the altcoin market. But first, before we do that, let's take a look at total market cap. There's some lines here. I'm going to remove some lines afterwards, but it is important to see, like, we had beautiful trends here who got broken, and right now we broke our downtrends. These are very crazy candles. There's a huge bullish candle here previous week, which may indicate another rising of the markets. This week we are still consolidating. So we went a little bit up, we went a little bit down, but for the rest, we are still hanging at the 1.72, which is such a low market cap in times of today. There's inflation, there's war, there's Corona, there's all these things going on. And it's a crazy world. But the markets are not yet reacting to it. I think this will be one of the last chances of going into this market this year. It's not for sure, of course. I don't want to create any FOMO, but you have to be realistic. If you will search for the most low points, you will always lose. If you will search for the highest point, you will also lose. Just be happy with what you get. Sometimes that's the most important thing. So in a daily basis, we see kind of the same like we saw with Bitcoin. We have a triangle forming. We have a straight market. We will have to wait until the market breaks out. And it is a very long waiting game. Still 10 hours before the weekly candle closes. The daily candle closes. Wait until this close to make a decision, of course. Now we have a pattern. So how do we react on it? Let's say the market breaks out above. Let's hope so. I think everybody watching this wishes the market goes up. So this is what we have to see. Break, tests, and going above the 2.1, like I already mentioned. So let's just keep it there, see what happens. And it's going to be very, very exciting to see how the market reacts. On the contrary, if the market breaks down to the downside, it will do this, break, retest to this zone, and break further to here. Okay, so these are the possibilities, although my guts and my other resources are telling me that still a bullish momentum has to come. It's a question whether this is accurate or not. Exciting times. Let's go to Ethereum. Ethereum was or is being a little bitch on the zone. 2,600. It's just sticking there and sticking there and sticking there. Let's check the weekly candle first. Weekly charts, weekly candles. Okay, so some weeks ago, I pointed out that it was very important that we didn't go under this green zone right here. And if we see the weekly candles, we can see that we stayed above or around this line. It was a very, very hard task for Ethereum, but we still found some support on this line. Hopefully, the coming days, we will cross above the 3K again. Once we go above the 3K, we can breathe again. We know the bullish momentum is in and that we see new heights, hopefully. But the fact that this green zone has been supported for this time is just amazing. I love to see that. I love to see the market going there. The market needs some support. But as I said, we are in a channel. So we are in a big upward channel. And hopefully we go to the 5K very easily. Just watch and just be patient, because there's no such thing as a get rich quick. So just be patient. The candles are screaming like, I want to be here, but I don't want to go down more. This is what I see. But at one point, the market will have to make a decision. This is going to be very important that the market goes above 3K in order to have a good bullish momentum. And then let's bring up some special altcoins, because the altcoins haven't been doing what Bitcoin and Ethereum have been doing. So I can't wait to show you some of my favorite altcoins. So let's start with Theta. Let's go to weekly candle. Let's go to Theta. Look how beautiful this price has been set. We have a beautiful W pattern who is forming. I'm going to take this tool. We have a beautiful, beautiful W. You see, this W. Normally the price goes here again in order to gain strength and find support around 5. So hopefully this W will play out. We see that we have a nice bottom here around 2.5. And here you see there was nice resistance too and support. So I think this is the level where we will bounce off to higher heights. Of course, this is no security, but I believe in Theta as one of my main assets. This is no financial advice. I just want to show you guys that what Theta is doing. And it's finding support around 2.5. I would be very, very surprised if we would break under this zone and go deeper. So I think the bottom is in. I have no idea, but I feel like we had a nice momentum. We had a nice momentum here too, around the 3.6, but look how weak we reacted. So it's gonna be a matter of strength and volatility in order to cross this 5, because it's times 2, it's 100% almost. But this is what we need to see for sure. It can be that we will stop around the 3.6 in order to go further to the 5, but that's not set. Because the cryptocurrency markets, we haven't seen that much volatility the last weeks, but sometimes the market is very, very volatile and just knows what it wants and doesn't settle for anything. Just like, look at this run. It's crazy. It wasn't settling for anything or anyone. It was just going up because it had to go there because of demand and supply. So right now, the supply is being like cranked. That's why you see it's making a bottom. Hopefully we gain some strength. We go above the 3.6. That's going to be very important. Everything is low, so I would be surprised if the market crashes like a lot more. So I think in order for the market to crash, we need to go like a little bit more up. So it will be very, very interesting to see in the coming weeks if the market goes up, if he will hold it, how will he go up the market? Will it be with a lot of volume, a lot of volatility, will it just be a fake out to push some people out of the market to go back down again? I can't say that right now. Right now, we have a nice bottom, and that's the only thing we can work with. Cardano is very, very, very weak. This line doesn't mean a thing because it's just going down. It's very, very sad to see, actually. If we go to the daily, we will see that we found support around the 76, but it is not solid. I don't feel like it's solid. It's leaning way too much to the support zone, and I fear that it's gonna break and make a new resistance from that zone. So nothing is said, of course, and there can happen a lot of things, but it's so weak, the markets. that maybe we find ourselves going even deeper. Like all the bullish markets, Bitcoin and Ethereum goes first, and then the other coins go. So it will take some time for Cardano to recover. Also, the fundamental news will be very important. If Cardano finally comes out with a good product, the price will settle higher. I think that's normal. I think that's logical. Let's look at Zilliqa. This is one of the last ones I'm going to do. Zilliqa is 0.04. It broke as a resistance, which was very, very, very important. I'm going to break down the Bollinger Bands, put it off, put it on weekly because I love to have overview insights. So from the full 100% we went up, we went down 90% of it. That means Zilliqa was way overbought, and some of them projects you see in the beginning are very undervalued. Zilliqa is not making any marketing right now. They're doing really good. They're getting more known, but the market is not in their favor. And we're falling deeper and deeper from 24 to 0.3. 3 is from 24 cents to 3 cents is a huge difference. I still believe that this project can make some new heights, but it will be very important to keep that 0.03, as a support and not as a resistance. Otherwise, you have to go to the 2 cents. And nobody wants that. So let's just keep on hoping everything will be all right. It's going to be all right, for sure. For sure. I have so much good feeling because we made higher lows. We are there. We already made it. It's cool. It's good. You can breathe. Don't forget to breathe. Don't forget to be happy. Don't forget to work on your mindset because money is not everything. It's good if you have some, but it's not everything. We found support around 16 for Polkadot. We have some amazing candles here, which can lead to some support. But as you've seen, the last support around 24 broke too. So maybe we can break more to 11. If Polkadot reaches 11, please just buy some. It's going to be the lowest price you could ever have, I think. I think if these coins go, really go, then $11 will be a joke, I think. So as the last one, I'm going to take Solana because Solana is a project where I've been watching it like since a long time. And I just like the project, like looking at the charts. It's amazing how it flows. It always flows. Let's put the one here. And then we touched this Fibonacci. So sometimes I use Fibonacci levels to see the natural returning points for the market. And this was like the best returning point for the market is the 72. So right now we're at 82. That's really, really good. Solana is just searching like a little bit of air, taking in a little bit of air. He didn't went down a lot in May. He just keep going up. So November was the highest point, and since then the market had to breathe. So just give it some time. But the bull run is not over yet. That is for sure. As last, I'm going to indicate that the inflation is very real, and that we must look sometimes at the stocks or the markets of the bigger financial world. And there, I love to look at the DXY. The DXY is the dollar index, and it shows us that inflation is being pumped big time. Also, when I see this chart going up, I see Bitcoin going down. So it's actually differently correlated or opposite correlated. I see right now that it's just, even though it had to come down at some point already, the market just keeps pushing limits. And this is just abnormal market behavior. It is normal that it's abnormal because it's an abnormal financial situation right now, and we don't know where we're going to head with the world, and everything is a little bit unsure. It has never been so unsure. So you can see that in the markets too, and they're just printing money like there's no day, just because to hold their projects and structures right. So they're gonna dig a pit that's going to be very hard to get out once they're digging. So, the more money has been printed, the more sorrow and loss there's going to be in the world. So I hope they just keep it real. They keep it real. Hopefully they keep it real. So what is the, in all points, is the good thing that is that we didn't go down like this very important level of Bitcoin. Thing that we didn't cross the 35 and that we have a consolidation brings like a lot of good vibes. There's consolidation, so that's really good. The only thing we have to wait for is a breakout right now. So check your charts. Don't lose yourself in FOMO or too much looking at the chart is also not good. Just check it today and check it on Sunday. Check it 3 times in a week. Monday, Friday, and Sunday is very good. It's very good timing. So I hope you enjoyed the technical analysis. I'm going to be back next week with more. You can always send me a question. You can follow me on Instagram or on Facebook, and I'll be always available to ask me questions. Thank you very much, guys, and I see you next time. Bye.